You are one decision away from either collapsing under pressure or becoming the person you were always capable of being. And by the end of this video, you will know exactly which path you have been unconsciously choosing and how to change it starting today. Most people believe that mental strength is something you either have or you don't. They look at people who stay calm during chaos, who push forward when everything is falling apart, who smile in the face of loss, and they think those people were simply built differently. That belief is not only wrong, it is the very thing that is keeping you stuck. So the truth is that mental strength is a skill, and like every skill, it can be learned, trained, and mastered. But here's what nobody tells you. Before you can build it, you have to understand what is actually breaking you. Because the real enemy is not the crisis itself, it is the story you tell yourself the moment the crisis begins. Think about the last time you were under extreme pressure, a deadline that felt impossible, a relationship falling apart, a failure that hit you in public. What happened inside your mind in those first few seconds? Most people experience a wave of fear so fast and so complete that they don't even register it as a fear. They experience it as a fact. I can't handle this. This is too much. I'm not strong enough. And the moment that thoughts lands, it starts writing the rest of the story for you. So this is the psychology of breaking. It doesn't happen because you are weak. It happens because your brain is doing exactly what it was designed to do. Protect you from perceived threat. The problem is that the brain cannot always distinguish between a lion chasing you and a conversation you are dreading. It fires the same alarm. And if you don't know how to work with that alarm instead of against it, it will run your life. Believe me. So what exactly does mental strength look like from the inside, not from the outside, where it appears as composure and confidence, but from the inside where every strong person is fighting a very private war? The people we consider mentally strong are not people who feel no fear. They are people who have learned to act before the fear finishes its sentence. They don't wait to feel ready. They move, and readiness follows. That distinction is everything, because waiting to feel strong before you act is like waiting for the ocean to calm before you learn to swim. Here's where it gets interesting and where most advice on this subject completely misses the point. Mental strength is not built in the hard moments. It is built in all the moments before them. Every time you do the uncomfortable thing when it would be easier not to. Every time you tell the truth when a lie would be more convenient. Every time you stay in the room when everything in you wants to walk out. Those moments are not small. Those moments are the entire training ground. Think of it this way. The person who stays composed when their world is falling apart didn't develop that ability the day everything fell apart. They built it in 1,000 quiet moments that nobody witnessed. The discipline to get up when they didn't want to, the honesty to admit when they were wrong, the patience to sit with discomfort and not reach immediately for an escape. Strength is assembled in silence long before it is needed in public. But there is one more layer to this, and it is the one that most people never reach. The deepest form of mental strength is not resilience. Resilience is recovering after you break. What we are talking about is something earlier than that, something upstream. It is the ability to recognize the exact moment when your narrative starts to collapse and to intervene before it takes you with it. That moment is fast. It lasts only a few seconds, but inside those seconds, the entire outcome of the next hour, the next day, sometimes the next year, is decided. You cannot control the crisis. You cannot control the timing of loss, failure, or betrayal, but you have the absolute authority over the story you assign to it. This is happening to destroy me, and this is happening to develop me, are two interpretations of the same event, and they will produce completely different human beings. So here's what you need to know, distilled to its core. Mental strength is not about being hard. It is about being honest with yourself about your fear, honest about what the moment is actually asking of you, honest about the fact that you have survived every hard thing that has ever happened to you so far, and that your track record for getting through difficult days is, at this point, 100%. The loop that opened at the beginning of this video was this. Are you unconsciously choosing to collapse or are you unconsciously choosing to rise? Here is the answer. You have been doing both because you didn't know the choice existed in real time. Now you do. And that awareness is not a small thing. That awareness is the beginning of everything. Mental strength is built in silence, tested in crisis, and owned by those who refuse to let the story their fear tells them be the final word. The moment doesn't define you, your response to it does. And your response starts now.